What's going on, everyone? And welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into today's massive news about America's team, I need you to do me a huge favor. If you're excited about the Dallas Cowboys and want to stay updated on all the latest breaking news, rumors, and insider information, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Seriously, it takes just 1 second, and it helps us tremendously in bringing you the best Cowboys content on YouTube. Also, smash that like button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Trust me, you're going to want to be here for what's coming. Now, let's get into this absolutely wild situation developing in Dallas. The Dallas Cowboys organization might be standing on the edge of something absolutely explosive, and the timing couldn't be more unexpected or dramatic. We're talking about potential moves that could completely reshape the trajectory of this franchise, heading into what many are calling a make-or-break period for the team. The whispers coming out of Dallas right now are getting louder by the hour, and what started as quiet speculation has turned into legitimate buzz that has Cowboys Nation on the edge of their seats. Sources close to the organization have indicated that the Cowboys front office has been burning up the phone lines, engaging in what insiders are describing as serious and active discussions with several teams across the league. These aren't casual conversations or exploratory chats. These are genuine negotiations happening right now, and they're focused on potential trade scenarios that could materialize at any moment. The level of activity suggests that something significant is brewing, and the Cowboys are clearly weighing their options carefully as they consider making a bold statement. What makes this entire situation even more intriguing is the timing. We're not talking about the usual trade deadline frenzy or the predictable offseason shuffling. This is happening in a window where most teams are typically quiet, which tells you that Dallas is thinking differently. They're being proactive rather than reactive, and that aggressive approach is exactly what has made this story so captivating to everyone following the team. The biggest mystery right now, the question that has everyone from casual fans to diehard analysts debating and speculating, is simple but massive in its implications. Who exactly is involved in these potential trade discussions? Are we looking at the Cowboys trying to acquire a difference maker? Someone who can immediately elevate their roster and address a glaring weakness? Or is this about moving a current player, someone whose departure would shock the fan base and signal a dramatic shift in philosophy? Both scenarios carry enormous weight. If Dallas is looking to bring someone in, it means they've identified a critical need and they're willing to pay the price to fix it immediately. That kind of urgency suggests they believe they're closer to contending than some critics might think. It shows confidence in the current core and a commitment to maximizing the window of opportunity they have with their key players. On the flip side, if the Cowboys are considering moving someone from their current roster, that opens up a completely different conversation. Who would they be willing to part with? What would it take to make them pull the trigger on trading away a piece they've invested in? These are questions that keep fans up at night because the answers could fundamentally change everything we think we know about this team's direction. The speculation within NFL circles has been absolutely fascinating to follow. There are respected voices who believe this is all about addressing weaknesses. They point to certain positions where the Cowboys have struggled or lacked depth, areas where one significant addition could transform the entire unit. These analysts argue that Dallas is in win-now mode, and they're willing to be aggressive to shore up their roster before it's too late. Think about it for a second. The Cowboys have talent, there's no denying that. But talent alone doesn't guarantee championships. You need the right pieces in the right places, and sometimes that means making a bold move to acquire that final puzzle piece. If Dallas has identified a player who fits perfectly into their scheme and addresses a need, why wouldn't they pursue that aggressively? The opportunity to add impact talent doesn't come around often, and waiting could mean missing out entirely. But here's where it gets really interesting. There's another group of insiders who see this differently. They believe the Cowboys might be preparing for something even bigger, something that goes beyond just filling a roster hole. These sources suggest that Dallas could be positioning themselves to make a statement move, the kind of aggressive acquisition that sends shockwaves through the entire league and puts everyone on notice that the Cowboys are all in. Imagine the Cowboys pulling off a trade that nobody saw coming, landing a player who instantly makes them legitimate contenders and forces every other team in the conference to reevaluate their own championship chances. That's the kind of move we're potentially talking about here. It's not just about getting better, it's about making a declaration that Dallas is ready to compete at the highest level right now. Now, I want you to pause the video real quick and hit that like button if you're enjoying this breakdown. It literally takes 1 second, and it tells YouTube's algorithm that this content matters, which helps us reach more Cowboys fans like you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? We're building an amazing community here, and I want you to be part of it. Subscribe right now so you're always in the loop when news breaks. All right, let's keep going. The beauty of this situation, or maybe the frustration depending on how you look at it, is that nothing has been officially confirmed yet. The Cowboys organization is playing this incredibly close to the vest, which is exactly what you'd expect from a front office trying to navigate sensitive negotiations. You don't telegraph your moves when you're trying to work out a trade. You keep things quiet, you maintain leverage, and you only announce something when the deal is completely done. But the noise around this situation has reached a level where it's impossible to ignore. When multiple independent sources are all pointing to the same conclusion, when respected reporters start mentioning increased activity, when the rumor mill starts churning with consistency rather than random speculation, that's when you know something legitimate is happening. We're past the point of baseless rumors. This has substance to it. The implications of a last-minute trade, especially one that nobody sees coming, would be absolutely massive for Dallas. We're talking about instantly shifting expectations not just for the upcoming season, but potentially for the next several years. The right move could accelerate their timeline to contention. It could maximize the prime years of their current stars. It could be the difference between being a good team and being a championship team. Think about how quickly things can change in the NFL. One trade can alter the entire landscape of a division or a conference. We've seen it happen before with other teams, where a single strategic move created a domino effect that led to sustained success. The Cowboys have the resources, they have the draft capital, they have tradable assets. If they've identified the right opportunity, there's no reason they shouldn't be aggressive in pursuing it. And let's talk about the competitive pressure for a moment. The NFC is absolutely loaded with talent right now. You've got multiple teams that have legitimately strengthened their rosters and positioned themselves as serious threats. If the Cowboys want to compete with the best, they can't afford to stand still. Being passive in today's NFL is essentially accepting mediocrity, and that's not acceptable for a franchise with Dallas's history and expectations. The Cowboys know they have a window of opportunity with their current roster construction. Key players are in their prime. The pieces are mostly in place, but there's always room for improvement. The question is whether management is willing to be bold enough to seize that opportunity, or if they'll play it safe and hope what they have is enough. Based on the current buzz, it seems like they might be leaning toward boldness. If you're loving this content and want to make sure you never miss a Cowboys update, do me a favor and share this video with your fellow Cowboys fans. Send it to your group chat, post it on social media, help us spread the word and grow this community. The more we grow, the better content I can bring you, and the more impact we can have together. Let's build something special here. Now, circling back to the central question of who might be involved in these trade talks, the possibilities are genuinely endless. Without concrete information, we're all speculating, but educated speculation based on roster needs and available players across the league can give us some interesting theories. The Cowboys could be targeting help on the defensive side of the ball, looking to add a pass rusher or a coverage linebacker who can make plays in critical situations. Alternatively, maybe they're looking at the offensive line, trying to secure protection for their quarterback and create running lanes for their ground game. Or perhaps it's something completely unexpected, a move at a position where we think they're already strong, but where they see an opportunity to add elite talent that's too good to pass up. The uncertainty is part of what makes this so compelling. The rumor mill has been absolutely churning with names and possibilities, but it's important to remember that until something is official, it's all speculation. That said, where there's smoke, there's usually fire, and the amount of smoke surrounding the Cowboys right now suggests that fire is burning pretty hot. The front office is clearly exploring options, evaluating scenarios, and determining whether the right deal is available. What we do know for certain is that if this trade materializes, it won't be a minor move. The Cowboys don't generate this kind of buzz for marginal roster adjustments. This would be something significant, something that makes headlines and generates debate, something that forces analysts to reconsider their predictions and rankings. This would be a move designed to make an impact. The pressure on the Cowboys organization right now is immense. The expectations in Dallas are always sky high, and the fan base demands results. Years of playoff disappointments have created urgency that can't be ignored. The front office knows they need to deliver, and making a strategic trade could be their way of showing the fans and the league that they're serious about competing for championships. Before we wrap this up, I want to remind you one more time to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're working hard to bring you the latest Cowboys news as soon as it breaks, and I don't want you to miss a single update. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join our growing community of passionate Cowboys fans. Together, we're going to follow this team through every twist and turn. As we wait for more concrete information to emerge, one thing is absolutely clear. The Dallas Cowboys are in an active mode right now, exploring possibilities and considering options that could reshape their immediate future. Whether that means adding a key piece through trade or making a surprising move that catches everyone off guard remains to be seen. But the fact that these discussions are happening tells us that Dallas isn't content to simply maintain the status quo. The coming days and weeks could be absolutely crucial for this franchise. If the rumors are accurate, if the buzz is legitimate, if the insider information proves correct, we could be witnessing the early stages of a move that Cowboys fans will be talking about for years to come. The potential for a shocking, unexpected trade that shifts the entire narrative around this team is very real right now. So stay tuned, keep your eyes on the news, and make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you don't miss the moment when this story breaks wide open. Something big might be coming to Dallas, and when it happens, you're going to want to be among the first to know. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like this video